Welcome to this video where we're going to be learning how to multiply radicals. And the first thing I need you to remember is what a coefficient is, the coefficient of a radical. So let me give you an example. If we have a root of x times b root of y, so there is a multiplication here. So a and b are called coefficients. They are outside the radical. So we multiply what is outside with what is outside. So that gives me ab. These x and y are radicands inside the radical. So you multiply what is inside with what is inside. So root xy. So the trick is what is outside with what is outside, what is inside with what is inside. Okay, so if you look at this, what is inside is 8 and 2. Multiply them together, you get 16. Leave them inside. And then what is outside is 1 times negative 3. And this is negative 3. So, but the square root of 16 is what? 4, right? Okay, so this is the same as negative 3 times 4, which gives you negative 12. What about if we look at this example? Again, we're going to use the same concept. What is inside is 6n squared, and this is 6n. Multiply them together. 6 times 6 gives you 36. N to the second times n gives you n to the third. Keep them inside. 4 times 1 gives you 4. But what is the square root of 36? That is 6. Okay, so the square root of 36 is 6. So 4 times 6 root n to the third. Now remember, 4 times 36 gives me 24. Now this n to the third can be broken down into n to the second times n to the first. And the square root of n to the second is n. So n root n. So we looked at this in our previous videos about simplifying radicals. By now we should know this. And if you don't know this, please go back and watch that video. But that is what we get. All right, so moving on, still about multiplying radicals. So multiply what is inside with what is inside, what is outside with what is outside. Right? So look at this. What is inside is 15 times 3, and then that gives you 45 w to the 7th, right? Leave it inside, and then outside there is a 2. Now, 45, can 45 be simplified any further? Because it's not a perfect square. All right, so remember this 45 can be broken down into 9 times 5, 1 being a perfect square, 9 being the perfect square. And then remember this w to the 7th can be broken down to w to the 6th times w. So I need this exponent to be divisible by 2, right? So this is the same as the square root of 9, like you get the square root of 9 times the square root of 5 times the square root of this is the same as w to the 6th divided by 2, right? And then the square root of w. Okay, so what does that give me? Remember this 2, don't forget it. So it gives me 2 times the square root of 9 is 3. The square root of w to the 6th is w to the third, and then root 5, and then root w. So 2 times 3 gives you 6. So 6 w to the third, 5 w. That's what you end up with. Please feel free to pause the video and try this and see what you get. And then looking at our last problem, again, we're going to multiply what is inside with what is inside, what is outside with what is outside. 7 times negative 2 gives you negative 14. So that is outside, keep it outside. And then 12 times 6, what do you get? 72. And then a to the third times a gives you a to the fourth. Now, as long as you have an exponent that is divisible by 2, you're good to go. You just divide by 2. 72 is not a perfect square. So I need 2 numbers, multiply them, you get 72. And one has to be a perfect square, like 36 times 2, something like that. And then this a to this will just be the root of 36 times the root of 2. And remember, guys, the root a to the 4th square root is the same as a, 4 divided by 2, which gives you a to the 2nd. So we already know that. And the root of 36 is 6. So it's the same as negative 14 times 6 root 2. Don't forget this a. So put it a to the 2nd there. So which is the same as, if you multiply negative 14 times 6, what do you get? So that gives me a negative 84. Negative 84. A squared root 2. That's what we are getting. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. See you again in my next video.